Good morning everybody, and welcome to another video from Tall Travels. I find myself having to apologize again for my absence. I have no good excuse for it, unfortunately. Yeah everybody, so you can see that it's pretty nippy here in rural Serbia. Now I thought I'd give you an update on what's happening in the weird and wacky world of Tall Travels. So the plans are to go to Russia. So I'm not sure if I've told you this before, but winter is my favorite time in Russia. I love St. Petersburg in winter time, especially the frozen canals, the fresh snow. You can refer back to one of my old videos I'll put in the screen now of how beautiful St. Petersburg is in winter time. Obviously I don't like it when it's all slushy and wet, but you know, when it's about -4 or 5 degrees, fresh snow, that's perfect for me. Now, some other advantages of going to Russia in winter time is that it's much cheaper. So, you know, you can find nice hotel rooms in St. Petersburg for less than $20 per night. And you can find hotel rooms in Moscow for maybe less than $30 per night. I'm not sure. I haven't been to Moscow properly in a while, so that's something I really want to do. But everybody, it's not quite as simple as it was for me to go to Russia these days. And that's not because of visa stuff, that's all okay. The big problem at the moment is I have 2 kittens. Yeah everyone, so the story with these kittens is so I'm out here in quite rural Serbia, and you know, in Serbia and other Balkan countries, unfortunately, there's a lot of stray dogs and cats. So you find yourself in an awkward position a lot of the time. So a couple of months ago, there was this kitten, a tabby kitten, living in the rubbish bins outside my flat, and I thought, okay, Tall Travels, you don't want a cat now at this point. I mean, I really love cats and dogs, but not good timing for me, so I decided, okay, I'm not going to take it into the apartment, I'm just going to take it food every day. 3 times a day I was feeding this cat. But then it started getting cold, and I thought, I can't leave a young kitten in sub-zero temperatures living in a rubbish bin. So I took it inside my flat. So yeah, I don't regret it. It's a beautiful kitten. It still is a beautiful kitten. So yeah, very, very nice, well-behaved kitten. Did not take a dump once in my flat. Never pissed or took a dump anywhere apart from the litter box. So really lovely. So then a few weeks later, I heard this kitten meowing coming from the car park outside my flat. I thought, oh my god, Tall Travels, don't go to the window, just don't do it. And of course I did. So I went down into the car park, and underneath one of the cars in the pouring rain, this tiny cold little kitten. And it was just impossible for me not to do something, okay? You know, I come from a Western country, let's say, where cats and dogs are placed in high regard. So yeah, I brought this little kitten inside, and initially it was fighting with the other kitten for a while. I thought, oh my god, I can't keep it, you know, it's got to be mayhem in this flat. And so then I thought, well, everybody else dumps dogs and cats around here. So first of all, I took it to a nearby hotel car park, and I saw there's like lots of kids there, and I thought, okay, one of these kids is going to really like this kitten, and you know, they're going to take them home on the bus somewhere. So I tried that for about half a day. It didn't work. Soft as shit I am. After a while I went into the car park and grabbed her. Then I tried to offload her again. I walked down the main street, and I'm often seeing like little kittens on the main street, and I'm normally not looking, you know, because I know I'm going to see one. So I dropped this young kitten on the main street, and I thought, okay, somebody's going to take her. So I went home. Next day, like 24 hours later, she was trapped on this riverbank in the town, crying and wet. And so I climbed down onto the riverbank, rescued her, and I said, that's it. I'm never going to do that again. That's not me. I'm not going to be dumping animals anywhere. So everyone, since then it's been it's better and better with regard to these kittens. They stopped fighting, just playing most of the time now. I've toilet trained them. At first, yeah, they were, well, one of them was squirting here and squirting there, but now she's pretty much 100%. She's still only a young kitten, but she's pretty much 100% toilet trained now. So I really enjoy the company of these kittens. But of course, I've sacrificed my freedom now. Like I said, I really want to go to Russia, but I'm not able to at the moment. So I've been trying to find homes, or homes for these kittens. Somebody can take one or take both of them. So I've been putting ads in Facebook groups. There's a lot of Facebook groups set up by animal lovers in this country. But there's a wash of animals on there, you know, and some sad stories in there as well. So, you know, you can post pictures of cats and dogs there. You get a lot of likes and loves and stuff like that, but not really any interest. And the problem is, I don't really have the social connections here to find a home for them. So I'm kind of trapped with them at the moment. So I'm hoping by making this video, some of my subscribers will maybe be looking for a couple of kittens. So I can say this is official Tall Travels merchandise, these kittens, all right? They're endorsed by Tall Travels. That gives them a bit more value, you know what I mean? So, yeah, and I've got a special offer on at the moment. So you take one kitten. This is like late Black Friday, late Thanksgiving, early Christmas, early New Year deal. And it's an ongoing deal. Like, I have very limited stock, 2 in stock at the moment. So here we go. You take one kitten and I'm going to give you the other kitten for free. Yeah, everybody. So for Serbian people, I think you'll really enjoy having these kittens. They'll bring a lot of joy to your life. Or maybe some other people watching that have connections in Serbia or something like this. Now, I'm not going to put them in some, you know, cat home or animal home or something like that. I only want to put them in a good home. So if I can't find a good home for them, I'm going to keep them myself. But keeping them myself means I'm going to be staying in Serbia. And my travel plans will be throttled. So I have to change the name from Tall Travels to Tall Not Traveling Very Often. Now, I know what some of you are thinking, everybody. I didn't know Tall Travels was one of these crazy, male equivalent of a crazy cat woman. So I'm not really, but I do love dogs and cats, and yeah, I just have a soft spot for them. I mean, if I was choosing which to have, dogs or cats, I would go for a dog. Man's best friend and all that, but, you know, I also love cats. Now, you're also probably thinking what kind of export services there are for cats in Serbia. Well, I've done a bit of research on AI. And yeah, I mean, my family would take the cats back in the UK, but it's not that simple. You have to get all these like vaccines, like rabies vaccines and other shots. I mean, one of them's had some shots already because I took her to the vet. She had the squirts, but the other one hasn't had anything yet. But I believe there's a time after you have the rabies, after they're given the rabies vaccinations, there's some time before you can take them out of the country. So that's like a couple of months or something like that. as I understand. So please correct me, if I've got that wrong, or if you have experience of exporting animals from Serbia. So I'd like to send them back to UK, but of course it's a bit expensive as well. You're talking about a few £100 probably to get a cat, per cat, for them to go from Serbia to the UK. Now everybody, with regard to Russia, I don't necessarily need to be there at Christmas time. I can be after Christmas when things calm down a bit there. So that kind of, if I went in mid-January or late January, that gives me almost a couple of months to try and find a home for these cats. So I'm out here kind of in rural Serbia. So as you can see, there's some snow up there on the hills. So it's more difficult here. I don't know many people here, so it's difficult to find homes. And people have got a bit more of a rural attitude towards cats and dogs. So I'm thinking to go to Belgrade, rent some apartment for a while there, and a cat-friendly apartment. Not everywhere accepts cats. And then I got more connections there. I can try and find a home for them there. Now, with regard to long-term plans, everybody, I like it here in Serbia. When I'm in Russia, I miss Serbia. When I'm in Serbia, I miss Russia. You know what it's like. It's same for everybody when they're traveling to different places. I like it here, but yeah, I do want to go back to Russia for a while, quite a long time. But if I can't find a home for them, I'm going to be staying here, I suppose. So, I mean, the thing is about being here in Serbia, it's a great location in Europe because I'm close to so many places. I can go to Romania quickly, Timișoara's just across the border. You got Bucharest. Then you got Budapest, one of my favorite cities in the world, so I can make some footage there. And then you got Croatia, Bosnia, Slovenia, Macedonia, Greece. There's a new high-speed road, I think, going to Greece. So Greece isn't far away. And also in Serbia, you've got these fast trains going between the cities. There's a new one opened from Subotica. Excuse me, the air is really dirty here today. Subotica to Belgrade. So this is going to make a huge difference to the country. So it's even quicker now to get from Belgrade to Hungary. So yeah, lots of options, and to be honest, it's just much easier for me to be spending my time in Serbia because I'm a citizen here, obviously. So I can just be here, I can just exist without many problems. Whereas in Russia, it's you can never relax 100% when you're in Russia because the bureaucracy there is obviously world class. I mean, there's a lot of bureaucracy here as well, but when you're not a citizen or resident of Russia, it's much more. So that's it, everybody. That's my update from here in snowy Serbia. So yeah. If you know somebody that might be interested in taking a couple of beautiful kittens, then please let me know. Or if you have some advice about exporting them overseas to people in another country, then also let me know. Yeah, so I hope everybody's doing well in early December. I know it's a bit of a grim time of year, but don't worry, Christmas and New Year are coming. So yeah, thanks very much for watching. Please like and subscribe this video. Help Tool Travels, Tool Not Travels, out with the algorithm, and take care wherever you are. Thank you and goodbye.